Hey guys, this is Erin with Five Parks Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for the Run the Year Yoga Challenge. Today's class is specifically for spine strengthening and flexibility. So it's really important to take good care of your back. And this is going to be flexion, extension, and again, strengthening. Strengthening. So we're filming in beautiful Arvada, Colorado with a view of the Flatirons and Boulder right in the background. Hope you enjoy this setting. Most of this class is going to be taking place laying down on our stomachs. So at any point, if you need to kind of peek at me or sit up to see kind of what we're doing, feel free to do that and then join back in. All right, so just a couple breaths in a comfortable seated position to begin with. You can place your hands in a comfortable position on your knees, sit up tall, take a cleansing breath, breathing in through your nose, letting it go through your mouth. Just taking a moment to settle into your space here, and connecting your breath and your body, your heart and your mind. Let's start with one spinal twist. So breathe in, reach your arms up overhead. As you breathe out, bring your right hand to your left knee, left hand out behind, peek out over your shoulder. Breathe in, back to center, and twist in the opposite direction. Just great to warm up the spine with a twist. Arms up overhead, hands behind your back for a chest expansion. So interlace your fingers, press your fists down, lift your chest, open the front side of your body. And then hinge forward as far as you can, as far as feels good to you. Start to lift your arms up and over the back of your head. Again, it's okay if it's not very big or deep or far. Just opening up shoulders and chest, which we'll continue to do throughout our practice. So come all the way up, release your hands. Make your way to tabletop. Stake a couple of rounds of cats and cows. Breathing in, dropping your belly, lifting your tailbone and the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, round your spine. This is just really good for your spine. So a couple more, breathe in and out. One more time. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. Let's start with a spine strengthener called spinal balance. So it's a balancing pose. Keep your right knee and your left hand on the floor. Extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. One long line from your fingertips through the ball of your foot. Stay active in your hand, stay active in your foot. Keep your hips level and your gaze down at the floor so your spine is neutral. Now go ahead and come into a back bend. So bend your left leg, take your right hand, reach around for your foot, press your foot into your hand, and then arch your spine. Return to spinal balance and release. And go ahead and switch sides. Bring your left arm forward and your right leg back. Hips are level, active in your fingers, active through the ball of your foot. Tighten up through your core. And let's move into a back bend. So this is actually called swan pose. You bend your right leg, reach your left hand around for the inside of your foot, and then press your foot into your hand so you have a nice little back bend here. Really good for your spine to bend in all different directions. Come back to spinal balance first. So gently release your right foot out behind you, left arm forward, tabletop. All right, let's come down onto our stomachs. We're gonna be here for a while for a couple of poses right in a row. So the first one we're gonna do is called Cobra Pose. It takes a lot of upper back strength and you can challenge yourself by lifting your hands up off the floor. So first of all, bring your feet to about hip distance apart, your tops of your feet flat to the floor. Draw your elbows in and then just peel your chest off the floor. So it's just your chest, but can you really tune into the muscles in your back that are working to make this happen. Tighten them up. Now maybe lift your hands up off the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades toward one another. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose. Not always easy in this position. It's just like strengthening all the muscles that run along the length of your spine. Cobra pose. And go ahead and release down. Take your left ear onto the mat, rest your arms alongside your body. Just take a breath here. In and out. Bring your chin back to the floor. Hands right back underneath your shoulders. Now we're gonna do some rolling cobras. So you're gonna work with your breath. Breathe in, peel your chest up. Breathe out. Release your forehead down. And again. See if you can lift a little bit higher each time without putting too much pressure into your hands. So this is not an arm workout. This is a spine workout. Breathe in, peel up. Breathe out, release down. Okay, now bringing it a little bit more into the hands so we can get a bigger back bend. Draw your hands down by your ribs. Elbows still stay in. Breathe in, come all the way past your lower ribs. Muscles in your back still working, really active. Come all the way down. Now bring your hands a little bit further down. So when you press up, your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. This is called high cobra position. Come all the way up, but keep your thighs on the floor. Slight bend in your elbows. You should feel your arms working, but you have a big arch in your spine now. Keep the crown of your head lifting up, not thrown all the way back, and then come all the way down. All right, so now you're gonna bring your feet to mat distance apart and bring your arms to a capital T position with your palms facing down. So full spine strengthener. On your next breath in, lift everything up off the floor. See if you can bring your hands to the height of the top of your head. Press back through the balls of your feet. Tighten up through your quadriceps. Those are the fronts of your legs. Take another breath in. And then release. Bring your opposite ear to your mat. Rest your ear down. Rest your arms and legs down. Take a breath in. And out. Bring your chin back to your mat. We're gonna do full locust pose. Pretty intense posture here. Adding in your shoulders. So now you're gonna zip up your legs, bring your arms out in front of you, interlace your fingers, release index finger, cross thumb, squeeze biceps to ears. And as you breathe in, lift everything up off the floor. So press through your extended fingers, press back through the balls of your feet. Okay, release. Left ear to your mat, arms alongside your body. Breathe in and out. Okay, now we're gonna come into a posture called upward bow. It's a full back bend on your belly. So bend both legs now. Take your feet from the outside. Bring your knees back into alignment with your hips. Keep your head in line with your spine as you press your feet into your hands and lift everything up off your mat. So again, don't throw your head back. Keep a nice long open neck. Kick your feet a little bit harder. So building spinal flexibility and strength. We're doing both in this series of postures. Okay, now release. Opposite ear to the mat, just rest for one breath. Arms alongside your body. Breathe in and out. All right, from here, you're just gonna press back into a child's pose. So now you're gonna counter pose that back bend. Bring your knees wide. Toes to touch, hips to heels. Walk your arms forward. Take one breath here. and come up onto your shins. So last two postures of this class, this is for spinal flexibility. You're gonna take camel and rabbit pose. They're counter poses for one another. So first posture, you're up on your shins. This is a big heart opener as well. You have two options. You can have your feet flat or you can tuck your toes under. I'm gonna tuck my toes under. They give my heels a little bit more lift. Bring your hands to your low back. Imagine you're putting them into your back pockets. You're gonna take a slight press of your hips forward and then start to lift your chest up. Again, imagine a string coming from your chest all the way up toward the ceiling, lifting your chest up, coming into a back bend. Okay, so you have the option from here of taking your hands to your heels, whether your heels are lifted or your feet are flat to the floor. Come all the way back up and then release down onto your heels. We're gonna counter pose camel with a posture called rabbit pose. If you're not familiar with this posture, peek at me first and then you can practice it. This is an actual rounding of your spine. So hands to your heels, you round your shoulders forward, bring the top of your head, the crown of your head to your mat, get a good grip on your heels, and then you lift your hips up so you have a beautiful curve in your spine. Not a lot of weight here on the crown of your head, very little as a matter of fact. Just feel your shoulder blades separating and stretching. This is one of my very favorite stretches for my upper back. And slowly release. All right, so come down onto your back for Shavasana. Let your feet fall open, arms rest alongside your body, palms face up. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Come back to the natural rhythm of your breath. Find some stillness, enjoy this moment. Please stay in Shavasana for as long as you have time for. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. Today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste.